Hey guys, welcome to another episode with me, Shashank Udupa. And in today's episode, I'm going to talk about the three coins that are in the DeFi space, or also known as decentralized finance space, that I am looking at right now. And I feel these three coins will become really big in the future. Okay, so today I'm going to talk about that. Now, first, I want to try and make you understand in simple layman terms what is decentralized finance and why is DeFi looking like a big thing in the cryptocurrency market. Now, there's two types of finance, right? There is decentralized finance and there's traditional finance that we see right now. So, traditional finance is basically we have our banks, right? You can go do your savings, which is your fixed deposit. You can take a loan from your bank as well. But to take a loan, you have so many approvals. You have to put your form. They'll check your credit score. There's loan processing fee. There's this fee, that fee. That's just not easy for everyone to take a loan right now. So traditional finance is basically this, right? So the RBI gives you rupees, which RBI is like the liquidity provider of the market. So it prints money and gives it to all the banks. We as individuals go deposit our money into the bank, get a small amount of return as deposits in fixed deposits. We can use that fixed deposits and borrow on that as well. Or we can give some other form of collateral. Like for example, I can give my house, right, for collateral as well. So I can attach that as a collateral. I can give my car as collateral. I can give so many other things as collateral. Now, the same thing replicated is happening in the crypto finance world, but here it is completely decentralized. Now, what's happening in the decentralized world is the same thing, right? Decentralized finance is nothing but people coming and depositing their tokens, right? They can deposit Ethereum, Bitcoin, Binance. There's so many different things. There's also something known as stable coins. Stable coins replicate what is happening in the today's market. So $1 is equal to $1. It won't move at all. So it's a stable coin. You can go deposit this, right, and borrow money for it. Same how it works in traditional banks. You can also become a liquidity provider. Now, in the real world, we have a central bank that provides liquidity to all the regional banks, right? But for a decentralized finance, where will they get liquidity from? They can't make liquidity, right? They can't print Ethereum and make liquidity. So what they do is they call upon people like us, like all the rich guys or all the HNIs or all the people who have a lot of Ethereum or who have a lot of these tokens. Can you come and give it to us as liquidity? And in return, we will give you some money back as well. So they do this sweet thing as well. So there's liquidity tokens, then there's decentralized finance, and then there's decentralized exchanges that help with borrowing. So today I'm going to talk about 2 or 3 different coins that help with decentralized finance, and it's going to be slightly big in the future. And I'm also going to give a special mention to another 2 projects that are there in the space as well. So stay tuned. Okay. First thing, like we always do, first we'll go through coin market cap. What is happening? Again, crypto market has slightly crashed. So basically crypto market's going up, falling down, going up, falling down. But this would be a good time for a lot of people to average because this is very good. Again, guys, crypto market is a very, very, very risky investment place. This is not a financial advice. This is only so that you understand what are the coins and what is happening in the decentralized finance space. Please understand that it is extremely risky right now. Okay, so if you look at most of the coins, most of them are currently down. Everything's going on, including everyone's favorite Shiba Inu is also down. But we look at what is happening in the DeFi space, right? So if you click on the DeFi space, there are a few tokens that are currently operating in the DeFi space. There's Terra Luna, Avalanche. Now these are all big coins. I mean, these are all very, very, very famous coins. But I'm looking at something that can have potential in the future and might look very interesting as well. So we're going to talk about those coins right now. Now the first coin I'm going to talk about, which is right here, it's called Curve DAO token, or also known as the Curve Finance coin or the Curve coin. I like the logo, it looks damn cool. But it's called a Curve Finance, called a Curve.fi. Now, if you look at the chart, Curve.fi has been hovering around the same range. This is the year-to-date chart. Has been hovering around the same range of around $1 to $3. But in the start of the year, it started at $0.6. Now it is at $3. The same thing if you want to look at it in INR. So, for example, if I go to CoinSwitch and check Curve DAO, right, it's currently trading at 269 rupees, right? So it's trading at 269 rupees, and it was founded in 2020 by Michael Ligro, a Russian scientist as well. Now, what do they do? Right, what does this Curve Finance do? And I'll show it to you. Now you'll be like, dude, what is this? Like, Curve Finance has no website, nothing. Let me just show you, right? This is how Curve Finance looks like. I'm just changing my wallet to the Ethereum network right now. Yes, I've changed it to Ethereum network. Now this is how Curve Finance looks, right? Now you'll be like, dude, Shashank, this website is horrible. I mean, what is this website? It's not even built in a proper way. This is a very technical way of doing things, right? So Curve Finance is basically a liquidity pool. Liquidity pool is like they will take all the stable coins. There are different type of stable coins. There's USDTC, there's DAI, there's USDTT, Binance USD, which is again a stable coin of Binance. So there are different types of stable coins currently there in the market. Stable coins are nothing but $1:1. $1 equal to $1. No overthinking about anything else. So basically this is something that's going on right now in Curve Finance, and these are the different type of pools that are there right now. And there are some interesting things as well, so I'm going to talk about this. Now you'll be like, Shashank, but how much money is there in this pool? So basically if you put your money into this pool, you will get a certain amount of reward. Okay, so let me show you. If you had to use CRV, how would you use it, right? If you buy CRV tokens and you give it to these guys, now they have a lock-in period of 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. So each of this has a different kind of reward system as well. So if you look at, let me zoom in, the average daily earnings that's currently going on, yearly fee, everything is written here, right? And if you look at the VECRV holder, gets an average return of 12.53%. So basically this is like your fixed deposit, and you get 12.53% on the fixed deposit compared to the current banks that give slightly lower, right? Now if I show you the stats, let me just show you the stats, right? Currently the total amount of money that has been deposited in Curve Finance across pools, across everything, is approximately $20 billion. Right? It's approximately $20 billion right now that's been deposited, and the daily volume is around $555 million. It is in the top 100 coins. It is in the rank 75 right now with a total market cap right now of 1.4 billion, but even at a fully diluted market cap, it's at 10 billion right now. And this is what Curve looks like. I know I'm just doing this for educational purpose, so you understand what is happening in the market. So Curve is basically like a liquidity provider, right? So they have different type of pools that you can go. And by the way, Curve is also cross chain. So for example, if I want Curve on say AVAX, which is Avalanche Network, so that is also avax.curve.fi. Obviously I'll have to switch my MetaMask to say an Avalanche network. So let me just switch that. Cool. Now, after switching that, you will see that now we are in curve.avalanche as well. So look at this. Again, here you have different type of tokens. Again, the normal tokens as well. Connect to Avalanche network. Yes. So you have different type of tokens here. You can deposit this. And if you deposit, say, for example, I want to do 100. I currently don't have it here, but if you want to do 100, they'll take a small fees from it. And these are the liquidity pools that you can see here as well. And you can deposit different stable coins. And if you look at the reserves right now, so for example, this itself has a reserve of 67 million MIMS. MIMS is again, okay, now MIM I'm coming to in the next token, because MIM is linked to the next token as well. So this is basically what is happening in the decentralized finance space, and this is a pool called 3 pool V2, right? So different type of pools keep coming across with different type of APIs, which is your yearly interest rates, keep coming across as well. And you can click on your dashboard to go check out your dashboard of how much profits you're making, how much money you're making. Everything is given here as well. Cool. Now, the second, so basically if you want to read more about Curve DAO and how it works, it's an automated market maker, it's a liquidity protocol. You can check it out on CoinSwitch as well. And there's also pros, cons, everything that it's there here as well. Now the next coin that I'm going to talk about is Spell token. Spell, right? This one. And there's two types of token. There's Spell and there's S-Spell. So I'm going to show you both. Now, Spell token is very interesting, and I'm slightly bullish on this. There's a problem with this, but there's also a solution coming across, right? So this is how the yearly graph looks like. Now everything's fallen down, but at an all-time high it was at 0.03. Currently it is trading at 0.01, barely anything right now, almost a rupee. Now what is Spell token, right? If I had to show you on what is Spell token. Now, there's something called as abracadabra money, and this is something that I showed you recently with respect to your with respect to the DAOs that I was working on, right? Now, abracadabra money has this stable coin called MIMS, okay, M-I-M, MIMS. So if you want to borrow, abracadabra money is basically like a bank which lets you borrow on collateral deposits, okay, lets you borrow on collateral deposits. So for example, if I have AVAX, I can deposit AVAX to these people and take a loan on AVAX. So this MIMS borrowed or MIMS left to borrow, this 29.1 million is the total amount of money left to borrow. So if I have Avalanche coins, I can deposit Avalanche coins here, okay, deposit this collateral and borrow some money from this. So I can borrow, so for example, I can put 100 AVAX, or I can put one AVAX worth $100 or $75 and take maybe 50% loan on that and then slowly repay it over there. Now the interest rate on this loan that I'm taking for these dollars is 1%. 1% interest rate I'm taking this money at. Now I can go take this money at 1%. It's basically dollar. I'm just taking $50 and then I can do whatever I want with it. Maybe stake it somewhere where it gives me 3 or 4%. I still make a profit of 3-4%. Now this whole network runs on a system called Spell. Okay, now let me show you that. So Spell token, okay, it's basically DeFi 2.0. Abracadabra Money is a lending protocol that aims to solve the problem by using interest-bearing tokens as collateral to borrow. So basically these are also interest-bearing tokens you can do. So if you have looked at Yearn Finance, and this is something that I wanted to show you guys, Yearn Finance is another place which is like a bank where you can go deposit your money, right? So if I'm on the Phantom network and I deposit some Phantom here, I can put it in the fixed deposit. Now assume that I told you this last time, you can take that fixed deposit. I put $100 in fixed deposit. Bank gives me a token saying, thank you Shashank, you have deposited $100 worth of fixed deposit. Now I take that $100 worth of fixed deposit, go to another bank and say, मेरा वो बैंक में I have $100 worth of deposit. Now take this and give me more loan on this amount. And that $100 deposit is still earning my fixed income rate, right? It's still earning 5-6%, but I can take that token, go give it to someone else and say, give me more loan on this. Now if I fail to pay that loan, that guy will take that token and go take my money off. Something similar to that, bro. So Abracadabra Money is basically that. And if you look at Spell token, where does Spell token come in? Spell token is basically the governance token of this platform. Because it's all decentralized, you need someone to govern, you need someone to vote. So if you have Spell tokens, you can basically vote on this platform as well. Now, this has two advantages, Spell. One is its governance, so you can take votes, you can tell what is happening, what is not happening, and the only problem right now, I'll talk about the problem with Spell as well, but you basically, if you have a lot of number of Spell tokens, you can determine your opinion and make changes in the liquidation fees, collateral and total locked value. The second one that a lot of people are using Spell for or doing that, if you buy Spell tokens, you can also stake them. Okay, staking is nothing but building some passive income from this. Now, whoever is using MIM tokens or whoever is taking MIM tokens, so for example, these fees are the interest that's earned primarily from users borrowing MIM. And now MIM is going cross-chain. MIM is basically that dollar, magic internet money. Now this is going cross-chain. Cross-chain means it's on Ethereum, it's on AVAX, it's going to Binance, it's going to Solana. So the more MIM spreads, the fees that are associated with it goes to Spell token holders. So 75% of this fees goes to the token holders. 20% is allocated in the treasury, which aids the liquidity pools, and 5% is kept in the treasury wallet. Now 75% goes to fee holders. Now where do you see this, right? Let me show you something. So this is Spell. Normally I showed you what Spell is, but what is staked Spell, which is where you earn your extra income. So if you go to Trader Joe, okay, this is AVAX. Now if you click on say Spell, right, you can trade your Spell for S-Spell. Okay, you can trade your Spell for S-Spell. Now if I show you the ratio right now, 100 Spell gives you only 86 S-Spell. Right, this is because S-Spell is gaining in value. This is staked Spell. So 75% of all the fees is going to stake Spell holders. Now this value will keep, the S-Spell value will stay the same, right? For example, if I buy 100 S-Spell, S-Spell will still be 100 S-Spell. But if I want to swap that 100 S-Spell tomorrow, this will become, much more. This will become maybe 82, 83 or whatever, right? And if I want to repeat this process and take Spell back, I'll get, instead of 100 Spell, I might get 150 Spell because I've got so much extra stuff inside. So this ratio keeps changing and S-Spell basically helps with that. So if you buy Spell, you definitely go stake the Spell here and just hold it, relax. You don't have to do anything. You can even farm actually. If you want to do Spell farming, assume you have this S-Spell, right? Let me show you. There's even Spell AVAX farming. There's a lot of things you can do. Again, you can give it to the liquidity pool provider as well, where you get again fees. So there is a Spell, if I'm not wrong, one second, S-P-E-L-L. Yeah, see there is Spell, S-Spell here, where you get 16% on this also over and above the Spell that you get the fees as well. So a lot of things can happen here one by one depending on how you see it. So S-Spell is again very bullish, right? Now the third thing, now I showed you one that is a liquidity provider. I showed you one that is a governance token. Right, a governance token for this entire infrastructure. The only problem with Spell, it's an inflationary token, right? Because if you stake more Spell, you earn more Spell, and it's an inflationary token. Now what happens when a token is inflationary? The price usually goes down, and you can see that. So currently if you look at it, the total maximum supply of Spell is $210 billion Spell, right? Total tokens and total supply right now, circulating supply is around $77 billion. And every week, a massive amount of spell token has been issued in the market, right? Every week. Now, let me show you their Twitter, right? This is the Twitter that they have. Let me just show you quickly how this works. Now, the problem here is, look at this. Every week, currently, the protocol is emitting 495 million spell tokens every week. Now, what will happen? That a lot of people go sell it and the price will go down, all that problems will happen. But basically, recently, they have done something called burn proposal of unallocated spell. So basically, there's approximately $5 billion, okay, of unallocated spell that they're planning to burn completely out of existence. So $5.2 billion spell tokens. Again, how do you take this proposal ahead? If you're a spell holder, you can vote for this. You can actually go vote for this basically and say, you know what, I vote that this should happen, or I should vote that this should not happen. So you can go there and choose what you want to do as well, because you are a government, it's a public token, right? Now the third coin that I'm going to talk about is called cake, not eating wala cake. It is called pancake. Okay, pancake swap. Now, pancake swap. What is pancake swap? Now, pancake swap is quite big as well. It's in the top 50, by the way. In respect to tokens, it's already reached top 50. And if you look at the all-time chart, it looks something like this, right? Now, pancake swap also has its own advantages and disadvantages. Again, pancake swap. What is pancake swap? Pancake swap is basically something that is run on the AVAX network, on the Avalanche network, and this is basically a decentralized finance provider, right? So let me just show you this. It's a decentralized exchange for swapping Binance tokens on the BEP20 tokens on the Binance Smart Chain. So this is basically an exchange, a decentralized exchange. Nobody holds it, nobody controls it. It's a decentralized exchange. So if I want to trade here, I can go trade Binance token for cake and I can stake that cake, or I can go trade something else here, which is all on the Binance token right now. Everything that is on the Binance chain, I can go buy and sell. So Safe Moon is also very interesting that I can go here, I can farm, I can pool, I can do some competition, buy NFTs. But this is a liquidity provider on the Binance chain, and it is one of the biggest right now, right? Another problem with pancake swap, or another problem with cake, is again the same thing, right? Inflationary token, and they have to try to reduce the inflation that's currently happening in the market. If they reduce the inflation, which everyone will eventually start doing that, the price will suddenly start shooting up and this will become big, right? And if you look at pancake swap right now, it's at a 50 rank right now. It's at 50th rank. Fully diluted market cap of 2 billion. Market cap currently is also approximately 2 billion. The total supply right now is 248 million, but it's constantly going up. And the total amount of value locked is approximately $5 billion on this exchange. So again, if I go to here, info, this is how you can see the liquidity chart. $5.15 billion have been locked in pancake swap through pools, through farming, through cake tokens. You can actually see the top tokens that are wrapped right now. It's wrapped Binance. A lot of people have deposited Binance, obviously for some kind of returns. BUSD, which is Binance's USD token, 1:1. Price is always going to be $1. This is Binance. So basically, if I don't want to leave Binance, I want to keep it, I can take that Binance and deposit somewhere and I can get interest on that Binance. So okay, all of these small things keep happening. These are the top pools. How much money you get basically 25% reward on this, 204% reward on something called Crystal, but these are very risky. Safest is obviously this. That's why you'll see the volume is also very high, and the volume liquidity pool is also the highest with this. So pancake swap was the third. Now I'm going to tell you two more things that I really like in the DeFi space. Okay, and these are banks. Basically, these are like banks. Look at this. One was Aave.com. And this is something very similar to Akshay Srivastava recently made a video where he spoke about Aave, so you can go check that out. This basically has a liquidity protocol of 23 billion and it is massive. This is massive, trust me. Now, if you want to look at how Aave looks like, and this is where you can go. Again, I'm going to show you on the Avalanche network because I'm connected to Avalanche. So what I can do is, if I want to go deposit some Avalanche, okay, this is Avalanche. So I'm clicking on Avalanche. I want to deposit, I'll get an interest of 1.85. Okay, maybe not great, maybe I want more, but again, I can actually go invest 1.85 right now on this, and I can get some interest on this, and I can even go borrow with this as well. So if I've deposited something, I can go and borrow with this also. So you can do whatever you want, and this is how your dashboard will look. It's also on the Polygon network, it's also on the Ethereum network, so you can go do anything you want here. And the second was what I told you about Yearn Finance. Now Yearn Finance is slightly expensive, that's why I didn't want to put it in this video. It's approximately 15 lakhs, but again, you don't have to go buy it for 15 lakhs. You can basically check out how it works, right? Because we are trying to understand how Yearn Finance works, but it's the same thing. You put money into Yearn Finance and you get some certain amount of interest on it. Okay, so if you deposit some money, you get some interest on it. That's it. There's no other difference with respect to Curve Finance. Our way is also very similar. You should deposit at this rate, you will get so much % fixed deposit. If you remove, you can borrow at this rate. So these are some of the small things that are happening in the world of decentralized finance. Now again, if I look at everything from a timeline of 15 to 20 years or maybe even 10 years, I know the world is going into a decentralized world, and it will be awesome to have a lot of DeFi projects in the future where I can go. Nobody asks me who I am, what's my age, what's my net worth, what's my credit limit. Nobody cares. You deposit, take some interest, go and you figure out how much interest to take, and you figure out how to do your own project, right? Don't overdo anything. So this is how it works. Again, these are 3 projects that I spoke about. Very interesting. One second. So guys, this was the entire episode on the top 3 coins that I'm looking at, with 2 bonus mentions as well with respect to the decentralized finance world. If there's any other sector you want me to talk about in the crypto world and talk about 2-3 top coins over there, do let me know. I can come and put it here as well. I can make a video on it. In the next episode, I'm going to talk about a launchpad that has recently launched, which is again looking very interesting. It's in the ICO IDO space, so we're going to look at all of that. Again, if you like this video, please click on the like button, share and subscribe. This is me, Shashank Udupa, always giving you information. Signing off. Take care. Bye.